Have you ever wondered why love is so powerful, so magnetic, why it can make us do things we never thought possible? Love, my dear listeners, is a force that transcends time and space, language and culture. It's a phenomenon that has puzzled and inspired humans since the dawn of our existence. This invisible force can make us climb mountains, cross deserts and oceans, and even sacrifice our own happiness for the sake of another. It can drive us to incredible feats of courage and strength, and at the same time render us completely vulnerable. Love, in all its forms, shapes our lives in ways we can't even begin to fathom. But what is it about love that makes it so potent? How is it that this one emotion can wield such influence over us? Today we delve into the Song of Solomon 8:4, a verse that speaks volumes about love and commitment. Song of Solomon 8:4, it reads, "Daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires." What a beautifully potent verse, isn't it? But what does it really mean? Let's break it down, shall we? Song of Solomon is a book filled with romantic and passionate love poetry, nestled right there in the heart of the Bible. This particular verse, found in the 8th chapter, is a plea, a charge, if you will, to the daughters of Jerusalem. Now, who are these daughters? They symbolize all of us, regardless of gender, age, or background. We are all children of God, aren't we? So, what's the charge? Do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. It's about patience, my friends. It's about not rushing or forcing love. It's about allowing love to awaken in its own time, in its own way. Love here is personified as a sleeping entity, one that should be allowed to stir, to wake up when it's ready, not when we want it to. In the world we live in, where everything is instant and available at the click of a button, waiting can seem like a lost art. But this verse reminds us of the importance of patience, especially when it comes to love. True, genuine love can't be hurried or manufactured. It needs time to grow, to blossom, to awaken. This verse is also about commitment. When we awaken love before it's ready, we risk it not being able to sustain itself. But when love is allowed to awaken in its own time, it's more likely to be a love that's deep, that's committed, that's enduring. But let's not forget about the context. The Song of Solomon is not just about romantic love. It's also about God's love for us, His children. And this verse is a reminder that God's love is patient, is kind, and it awakens in its own time, in its own way. So what does this verse truly tell us about love and commitment? This verse, in its poetic beauty, is a gentle reminder of the depth and seriousness of love and commitment. It's like a soft whisper in the wind, carrying words of wisdom, guiding us through the intricate dance of love. And what is this dance, if not a symphony of patience, commitment, and true affection? Patience, my dear friends, is not merely about waiting. It's about understanding the rhythm of time, the ebb and flow of emotions, and the natural progression of a relationship. It's about learning to trust the process, to savor the journey, and to believe in the promise of what's yet to come. In the realm of love, patience isn't a virtue, it's a necessity. And then there's commitment, the anchor that holds love steady amid the stormy seas of life. Commitment isn't a chain that binds, but a promise that frees. It frees us from the shackles of uncertainty, the fear of abandonment, and the pain of betrayal. It's a vow we make, not just to our partners, but to ourselves, to be there, to stay, to love, come what may. But the crown jewel of this message is the sacredness of a bond formed by true love. True love isn't a fleeting emotion, a temporary high, or a momentary thrill. It's a profound connection, a divine union, a soulful fusion. It's as real as the air we breathe, as vast as the sky above, and as deep as the ocean below. It's a bond that transcends the physical, touches the spiritual, and resonates with the eternal. When we understand this, we begin to see love not as a game to be won, but as a gift to be treasured. We stop chasing shadows and start embracing substance. We stop seeking perfection and start appreciating authenticity. It's a verse that urges us to respect the sanctity of love, to wait patiently for it, and to honor it once it arrives. It's a call to celebrate love in all its forms, in all its glory, and in all its divine beauty. It's a reminder that love isn't just about finding the right person, but about being the right person. And that, dear friends, is the essence of Song of Solomon 8, verse 4. Love, as we all know, isn't always easy. It requires patience, understanding, and a whole lot of commitment. It's a lesson that echoes throughout the ages, a timeless truth that finds its resonance in every heart that has ever loved and been loved. The Song of Solomon 8:4 paints a vivid picture of this, imploring us, do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires. This verse, simple yet profound, speaks volumes about the power of patience in love. It tells us that love, like a delicate flower, needs time to bloom. It needs to be nurtured, cared for, and allowed to grow at its own pace. Rushing it, forcing it to conform to our own timelines and expectations, only serves to stifle its growth and potential. Instead, we need to be patient. We need to understand that love, in its truest, purest form, cannot be hurried or manipulated. It will awaken when it is ready, when the time is right. And when it does, it is a sight to behold, a force to be reckoned with. It is a love that is strong, enduring, and powerful. It's easy to forget the power of patience in our fast-paced world. We want things here and now, instant gratification. But love doesn't work that way. It can't be rushed or forced. It needs time, patience, and understanding. So let's take a moment to reflect. Reflect on our own perceptions of love and commitment. Are we allowing love to bloom at its own pace? Or are we trying to force it to fit our own timelines and expectations? Are we patient, understanding, and committed? Or are we rushing, forcing, and manipulating? Remember, love is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of growth, of learning, of understanding. It's about patience, commitment, and a whole lot of understanding. As the verse suggests, when love is allowed to awaken in its own time, it becomes a force to be reckoned with, a force that can change lives.